Well, good morning. We are now in Ouray, Colorado. We did get a hotel last night. That's our room up there. And yeah, we needed to do laundry and take showers. We're meeting up with our friends today, Robert, John, and James, and Ben, and Ben's new wife, Emma. Anyway, we're gonna meet up with them today, and so we didn't want to stink. Too bad. But I gotta say, you know, we don't show a lot of hotels, but this River's Edge Lodge here in Ouray has blown me away. The room is super nice. Look at the grounds here. Beautiful grass, fire pit over there that people were sitting around last night, 2 hot tubs, all included, and the River's Edge Lodge does meet up to its name because it is right here on the river. We actually could hear this from our bedroom window last night, which was awesome. But the plan for today, and really this whole video, because we're gonna be here 3 days, I think, is gonna be the best of the San Juans. We're hitting a bunch of different trails. I'm not gonna make videos of each trail. That's been done before. So I'm gonna give you the highlights and kind of take you on a tour of the best of the San Juan Mountains. And we're going to start here in Ouray. I think the first trail we're going to hit is Poughkeepsie Gulch after we all meet up after lunch. And I think first we have to change a wheel hub on James's Jeep. The front wheel on the driver's side is clicking, which I think pretty indicative of it being a wheel hub. So he's bought a wheel hub. He's supposed to meet me here 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish, and then we'll probably tackle that wheel hub as soon as he gets here. And then go hit the trails with everybody else. So if you are coming to Ouray, be sure and go see John at the River's Edge Lodge and tell him we said hi. All right, we are off. We're gonna make this little short trek up Mineral Creek to Poughkeepsie Gulch and meet up with the rest of the crew there. The good news is that I didn't find anything wrong with James's wheel hub. Everything seemed to be real tight. It is making some sort of little click, so it may be the beginning of a wheel hub failure. So he's got a spare wheel hub, so we're just gonna watch it. That way we can keep on going and not change something unnecessarily. But I'm pumped. I haven't driven these trails in 3 years, and I'm excited. All right, we got just a little bit of time to get to Poughkeepsie Gulch, so I thought I would bring you up to speed on where we've been, because in real world time, it's been almost 2 weeks since we've shot a video. We last left you at Pacific City in Oregon, with the goal then of heading down into Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, and from there going into the redwoods of Northern California. We didn't film any of that. We kind of took the days off. Kind of did a little vacation, little YouTuber vacation with that. We just wanted to soak in the redwoods, especially because Carrie was super excited to show me, and so she just wanted to soak that in and not be distracted by filming. So we went to the Expo Pacific Northwest is our favorite expo, but from there we went down to Crater Lake National Park in Southern Oregon, and oh my gosh, that blew us away. That was so beautiful. I can't speak highly enough of visiting Crater Lake. I mean, it's not very big. There's some hiking opportunities there. You can actually take a boat tour down into the lake in the canyon, or in the crater, but we did not do that. Next day we went into the redwoods, which Kara had been to last year, and she fell in love with it. It was like one of those spiritual, life-changing kind of things with going to the redwoods and being amongst the tall trees, and she wanted to share that with me. And same experience. It was phenomenal. Just being under the canopy of those giant redwoods and you just feel so small. It's hard to explain unless you've been there to experience it. So the Redwoods was a fantastic experience. We went to a place called Fern Canyon, and that part of Jurassic Park was filmed there. And when you walk down into there and you're just surrounded by these sheer bluff lines that are covered in ferns, you can see why. So Fern Canyon was huge. From there we went down to Fort Bragg and did the skunk train rail bikes. We did the rail bikes. That was a blast. Not cheap, but absolutely worth it. That was a very unique experience, and had a blast on that. We stayed in Fort Bragg and went to Glass Beach. That was crazy. One of those things, the beach really has glass on it, and it's parts that from the 30s to the 50s, Fort Bragg dumped all their trash there. Now the beach is got all this beautiful green and orange and different colored glass, and so it's kind of a celebration of them doing really horrible things back in the up to the 50s, which is kind of weird and bittersweet. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it was beautiful. Let's see, after that we had to we went up to the Lassen volcano. We were obviously hitting a bunch of national parks and national monuments and stuff. We went up to the Lassen volcano. That was cool. Beautiful area there. We found a great campsite there, right outside the park, and then we had to actually start heading east. We went and picked up the pups and spent the night in Reno. Then from there we went over to Great Basin National Park, just booked it across Nevada. That was kind of cool. To Great Basin National Park, it was okay, wasn't really great. From there we stopped 2 nights in Utah, just kind of camping along the way, and boom, now we're in Colorado. We arrived here last night, stayed at that awesome lodge, met the owner. John is fantastic. So here we are, and now we're on Mineral Creek, going to meet our friends at Poughkeepsie Gulch, and I'm pumped because we haven't been together since the cold water run back in January, and we love it. This section of Mineral Creek is so freaking cool. Some people don't like it, but I do.
It is a little different driving these shelf roads in a Gladiator. I know that they're longer and not necessarily wider, but to get all the way around the corners, it's a little tricky. And look, there's a YouTuber in the wild.
All right, everybody made it. We got 8 Jeeps. This is Ben's new Gladiator. So he's loving it. This is his first outing in his new Gladiator. That's my old iCamper up there. All right, we are off, starting on Poughkeepsie Gulch. And when you talk about the best of trails in the San Juans, Poughkeepsie is the hardest trail around here because of the wall. Now, if you bypass the wall, and there is a bypass, it's not that much different than any other trail.
I took the middle path. I don't know if this is the right way or not.
So I think Poughkeepsie is one of my favorite trails in this area, just because of the technicality, and it's beautiful. I do very much love it.
All roads lead to the same place.
And we did get word that Black Bear Pass is open. So I think tomorrow we'll be running Black Bear. I did run into some fans of the channel last night at dinner. I think this is their first time in the area, and they said one thing they've realized for this area is all the trails are pretty easy. they just have really high consequences, and that is 100% accurate. There's nothing like super hard, except for the wall in this area. But the consequences of a mistake are
What's our
deadly.
elevation?
Just over 10,000 feet. All right, we've made it to the point of no return for the wall. You can take a left and bypass it, or you can take a right and do it. We're going right, of course. The wall is the best part of this trail, but first you got to get to the wall. There's some nice big rocks and stuff between the start and the wall. This is the wall. There are multiple lines here. This bypass is definitely not one of them.
Did you go far right?
I have gone far right every time, but I always try up the middle first.
You get turtled up there too.
Yes, especially with the Gladiator.
That looks so easy right there.
It does.
No, it's not.
But it's the dust. The dust just makes it so slick. This looks it looks a lot steeper when you're up top.
I mean, if your back tire pops into there, which I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You slip off
then
into
you
it.
can tip back.
All right, Robert's going first. The crazy thing about this, I have seen Wranglers just walk right up it. I've seen long wheelbase walk right up it. I struggled the last time in my Gladiator. I just couldn't get the grip because of all the dust, and had to pull cable because I got turtled over there. So we'll see how this goes. Yep, that's the hard part, is getting grip. There we go. Oh, turtle. There we go. That's it. There we go.
Careful,
Tire lift.
Be a whole lot easier.
Well done, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Kara's gonna take the first go for the Gladiators. All three Gladiators are sitting on 38-inch tires and 3.5-inch lifts. Let's see how she does.
All that bump, come on. Fully locked. Yeah, you got the lock.
Yeah, you're in the hole. You got to get more passenger. All right, it's looking good. Yes. Come on, let's do it. Good job, babe.
Good job, Dale.
Check on Buzz and Woody. Oh, they're doing good. He's holding on. He didn't die. All right, let's see what lessons we've learned.
A little bit more driver, a little bit more driver. Yep, yep, keep that line, more driver, a little bit more driver. Too late. Probably won't do it now. I don't want you to keep that line. I want you to keep that driver turn this way. Wait 1 minute. Come on.
There we go. There we go. That's it. All right, let's get Big Booty Judy up
Come
there.
up the hill on that side over there on your passenger side. Alright, start coming still passenger a little bit. You want to probably lock your front too.
Keep that line right there. In the second gear. Turn right. Come on, better.
Goose, we did it. We did it. First try, bud. We did it. We did it. I know. We did it.
Nice, nice. Keep that line right there. Come on. Stay there, stay there.
All right. We're going to get Dave up here. Dave is still rolling on 33s. I thought he had upgraded to 35s, but he's still got 33s on that thing. But he's got the shortest wheelbase of the bunch. So we'll see what happens. We kind of got to find a new line for Dave because just different wheelbase, different width. It's not the same. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't fall in that hole. Ah, the hole. Nope. All right, Dave has called it. He said if he can't make it, he's just going to winch, which is not a dumb idea. All right, there's a winch hook right at your foot, Robert.
Towards me, Dave. All right, hold on.
All right. All right, we're going to get our new friend in the
All right,
Mojave
you're
up.
gonna be,
Mojaves do
in
not
second
have front
gear
lockers.
And rear lock.
So we will see.
All right, I want you to start coming up the hill. You got to turn a little bit. Driver, driver, driver. There you go. Hold that line. Driver. Now I want you to come right towards me. Give it gas. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. All right, okay,
Piece
slow
of
down a
cake.
little bit. Come on straight.
Whoa.
No, don't stop. All right, come on.
Come
Right
on.
there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well done. All right, well, everybody made it up safe and sound.
Except when you
Everybody
don't
had a
have
blast. No, we're not out of the woods yet. We still got to work our way out of this little maze. So then we'll make a stop at Lake Como. Well, I managed to get myself firmly turtled. Can't go forward because of my drive shaft on a rock. Can't go backwards because the lip on my skid plate's catching a rock. So, just got me hooked up to Ben. He's gonna try to give me a tug. That's all it needed. There we go. All right, we'll see what we learned from me. Take Ben on the same line. Man, it's so much easier when you find the right line. All right, Caleb's gonna take it. He doesn't have any lockers whatsoever. But we know the line now. And the line is everything. No! There you go, Caleb. You got it. Good job, Caleb.
There you go.
Oh yeah, much easier in the regular new race. All right, well, we have made it to Lake Como. This is basically the end of Poughkeepsie, the highlight at the end. Beautiful blue, beautiful blue Lake Como. Now, Ben and I have a tradition of being stupid together, so I think we're gonna get in. Woo! Oh, dumb. Oh, that's not that bad.
Actually got cold right there.
We did it!
I don't know, it's pretty cold. It might be just as cold as punch bowl.
That's real close. Oh, it's real cold outside the water.
Oh my gosh.
We did it. Well, that was Poughkeepsie. By far one of my favorite trails out here, and definitely the most technical. From here, we have to head up over Hurricane Pass and then over Corkscrew Gulch to try to find camp. Hurricane Pass, it's a dirt road. You can do it in a I've seen just cars on it before. I've seen minivans on it. Don't recommend it because it can get rough and rocky, but bone stock, four-wheel drive, Subaru RAV4, Hurricane Pass is good. Then Corkscrew Gulch, same thing. There's nothing real technical in Corkscrew. It does have some switchbacks and on some shelf roads. One of those easy road, high consequence. So that's we're gonna zip over there and then find camp. The Goose is a tired pump, but he's ready to get to camp. He's ready to just be able to get out and run and have fun. You do get killer views of Lake Como from up here. All right, Here's Hurricane Pass. Now we go down. All right, well, we're coming over the crest of Corkscrew Gulch. God, I love this backside. The backside of Corkscrew is absolutely beautiful with just the Red Mountains. The Red Mountains are just a kind of a unique feature in this area, and Corkscrew Gulch gets you the best view of them, and it's just beautiful, especially now that we're coming in here at sunset. That does not suck. All right, well, we made it to camp here at Ironton, and there's no one here. Like, normally there's people all over this place. I don't know where everybody is. I don't know if they're like skipping Colorado this year. There's like some people down there, and there's people around here, but there's no one here, which is insane. But Karen and I are kind of in our own little nook. Let's see. Caleb is hammocking it. James got his tent set up. Dave's got his new tent set up. Ben's got the mild ag camper set up. Looks like they're sleeping in hammocks or in the back of, I bet John sleeps in the back of his rig. All right, so we're just gonna chill here at camp for tonight, then get up in the morning, and then tomorrow I think we're actually running the Alpine Loop. And I think Black Bear Pass is going to be Friday. We may change that up because Black Bear Pass just opened today, and it might be crowded like on Friday, and today's Wednesday. So we may switch it up. I don't know. But I know we got a great camp, and so we're going to enjoy it.
I like it because you can sip it, or there's like you get out of a straw.
Oh, good morning. We are stopping in Silverton to get gas. We had such a great night last night, just chilling around the campfire. We haven't done that in so long. But the agenda for today is the Alpine Loop, the classic tour of the San Juans, I think. So that's the plan today. Alpine Loop, then try to find camp again semi-close to Black Bear, because we're going to be hitting that tomorrow. But there's actually half of the Alpine Loop, Cinnamon Pass, that I've never done before. So super pumped about that. Get to do something new today. Let's go check it out. We are making our way up County Road 2, which most people associate as the main place to start the Alpine Loop. The other option is Mineral Creek over near Ouray. I think there may be other parts in this area that could be considered the Alpine Loop. I always thought that, you know, as long as you're hitting Animas Forks and making some sort of loop, you're kind of doing the Alpine Loop. But I think historically, the Alpine Loop is from Animas, Engineer Pass, Lake City, Cinnamon Pass back, and then either go Mineral back to Ouray or County Road 2 back to Silverton. And the dirt begins. Now, I've done Engineer Pass many times. I've never done Cinnamon, but I don't think we'll even be in four-wheel drive on the Alpine Loop. I could be wrong. There could be something like super awesome.
Sorry for those in the rear, it's going to be a dusty day.
Man, it is. Well, being that this is my first time to ever fully drive County Road 2 to Animas Forks, I can say with certainty I prefer going in from the Mineral Creek side, from Ouray, because this is awful. I mean, it's just a, I mean, does have a beautiful view through the mountains if you can see them through the dust. Now, coming the Mineral Creek way is a lot more technical. By a lot, I mean it's got rocky parts that are not that bad. But it's not a dirt road. It's not just a dirt road. And it is a shelf road.
Here, you good back there?
Oh yeah, I'm just enjoying the drive.
10-4, I know it's a lot of dust, I couldn't see you, but...
Oh, y'all are way, way ahead of me. I can see you way up there in a cloud of dust, but I'm dust free.
There we go.
10-4.
Kara's running tail gunner so she can stop.
Can't even see Matt with his ambers on.
Yeah, I've dropped back ways from you. Well, it's starting to climb here, and we're now stuck behind two side-by-sides. So maybe it gets more interesting here. It definitely gets prettier, and you have to drive slower so there's less dust. Well, the views definitely get better as you climb County Road 2. We have made it to the old mining town of Animas Forks. Really cool place. I don't know if we're going to stop here or not. My biggest issue with this is that it's very people-y, and especially tons of side-by-sides. So that's why I don't really overdo the Alpine loop very often. But if you're in the area for the first time, it's a must. We are making our way up Engineer Pass, and I love Engineer Pass. It's a very long trail, but it's just beautiful. Also, I did mention earlier that pretty much would be in two-wheel drive all day, and I was wrong because I forgot about these steeper hill climbs, and being in 4-low definitely helps save your transmission and save your engine from unnecessary stress. So when you're on roads like this, just put it in 4-low. You don't have to go fast anyway. Alright, we're making the final push up Engineer Pass. This is definitely the steepest part and the narrowest part, so I wanted to bring my drone down and not risk dying. The views from up here are just incredible. It does not matter how many times you do Engineer Pass, the views from here do not get old. It really is awesome having the gang back together. I do wish Nathan was with us. Wish we could get Ryan and Paul up here as well, and Nick. But it's awesome wheeling with these guys again, because we've been wheeling together since before the YouTube channel was really something we took seriously. It was just a hobby, just for fun, which is still is and how it will always stay. We just get to do it all the time now. But God, it's great being with these guys. I've made many videos talking about our friendships and how special this group is, especially being able to do stuff like this together. Even when Kara and I are traveling full time, almost this time next year, fall of 25. I hope we can always just find places to rendezvous and, you know, spend a week together out on the trails and doing this kind of thing. But I do need to get them a little further west and north, and maybe take them up into the PNW, down into Arizona or something like that. We are taking a little detour out here to a spot called O Point, or Odom Point. It's a beautiful little spot where you get out there and go, oh, and then you turn around and go back. But it's worth the O. All right, made it over Engineer Pass. Once you are on the Lake City side of Engineer Pass, it gets much smoother, less steep, much faster paced, and very Sound of Music-y. Which I should point out, Kara has never seen. So everybody in the comments, tell Kara she needs to see that movie, because it's a classic and she's never seen it. Like, we talk about the Sound of Music and she doesn't even know what we're talking about. I mean, she knows what the movie is and she knows the song, but she doesn't like even know the scene. And so y'all help me out in the comments. Kara, you gotta watch The Sound of Music. The views on this backside aren't bad either.
Stay in your forest.
We are down into the bottom area of Engineer Pass now, not too far from Lake City. I think we're going to stop there for lunch and then proceed up Cinnamon Pass. I'm anxious to compare Cinnamon and Engineer and see which one I like better, because Engineer is really good. View-wise, Engineer may have the best views of the trails in the San Juans. It is possible. Now that's obviously subjective, so you can, fight about it in the comments. I love this section of Engineer Pass with the bluffs on the left and the stream on the right. If you could see it better. Well, we managed to stop for lunch in Lake City. Did you buy more Cotopaxi?
I did. It's gonna hold my film. We don't own this one.
We don't. You're right. Just like the little Cotopaxi pencil pouch.
But it's a film pouch.
Film pouch.
For film.
For film. I've only driven through Lake City once. And I didn't know they had this little town park area. Like, it's real cute. I like it. Alright, well, we have started the trek up Cinnamon Pass. I'm really curious to see how this is. I'm excited. Izzy. Are you excited? Are you excited? Izzy's chewing on a duck. Because this is what we use them for. You want your duck? Yeah, want your duck? Good girl. Well, this is pretty. So far, Cinnamon Pass is just a beautiful drive through the country. It's quite beautiful. I do wonder if it gets narrower and slower, more technical at all. It may not. If it doesn't, that's fine. It's beautiful. Wow, that is beautiful. Looks like this may be a little more rugged than Engineer as far as the mountains go. One thing that we have all noticed about Cinnamon Pass compared to Engineer Pass, it's a lot more people-y. Poor John's been in the lead. He keeps calling out traffic. He's be like, got a Jeep con coming, got 3 side-by-sides. See, there you go. Got a Subaru coming down. It can't be that bad if there's a Subaru on it. Sorry, Subaru people. But like, there's 3 side-by-sides coming. Oh no, wait, that's 4. Nope, 5. Nope, wait, 6, 7 side-by-sides coming. And he's just non-stop on the radio calling out traffic. So I don't know if it's because it's shorter than Engineer or if it's because it's less technical than Engineer, but it's very people-y.
Y'all just got engulfed by a little dust tornado. That's pretty cool.
Well, Cinnamon's getting just a little bit more technical, or I guess I should say rough. I am curious if there's anything different on the backside of Cinnamon going into Animas Forks, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would recommend Cinnamon Pass, unless you just need a really quick way to get to Lake City. That would be good. Like, this is a lot faster than Engineer, get to Lake City. And if you're in the area, I would definitely recommend just doing the Alpine Loop, to say you've done the Alpine Loop. But once you've done Cinnamon Pass once, I don't think I'd do it again. Stony Pass, a little bit further south from here. That's a better trail than Cinnamon. Isn't that right, Izzy? You don't know, you weren't on it. We have officially made it to Cinnamon Pass.
Yeah, want a picture with a sign or continue on? Continue on.
We are dropping down into Animas Forks, and this time we'll get out and check out the town. We've got some with us that have never been there before, and it's really cool. Highly recommend stopping there. But then we have a decision to make. Do we go back County Road 2 to Silverton and try to find a new place to camp, or do we take, what is that, Hurricane Pass, California Pass and Hurricane Pass, go back over Corkscrew and just go back to Ironton? So I don't know what we're gonna do. All right, we made a quick stop at Animas Forks. It's a very well preserved old mining town. You can go in all the buildings, you can check out everything. It's pretty cool. You just imagine what it was like working these mines, especially in the wintertime. Good grief. So it's a pretty cool spot. You gotta wonder if the people that worked here appreciated the views, or if they were just like, there's another day of work. Wow. I think this could be fixed up. The roof looks good. Some drafts in the walls. The Gustafson home. Charles bought the land for $1. What? Was known to have an indoor toilet. Huh. Very nice home. Visiting old historic sites like this is pretty cool. Definitely different times today. And I'm a little grateful. And kind of would like to experience it. Well, we've made the decision just to book it over California Gulch, over Hurricane Pass, back down Corkscrew Gulch, back to Ironton. Because Ironton is going to be the closest campsite for us to get to Black Bear in the morning. And that's kind of more priority than finding someplace cool that will take us longer to get to Black Bear. So that's the plan. I'm not gonna bore you with California and hurricane again. California's, it's a dirt road. Slightly bumpy dirt road right here, but a dirt road nonetheless, with beautiful views, but not anything more beautiful than what we've already seen. So we'll see you camp. Well, we made it back to Ironton, and the best campsite here was available. Wasn't available last time. Look at this, it's massive. Robert's got his hammock going up. Ben's being weird. Emma's setting up the tent. I'm actually gonna start cooking first because we're hungry. Kara's de-dusting. I love it. This is the best spot I've ever stayed in here. All right, good morning. We are starting up Black Bear Pass. And I'm very excited, a little nervous. I've never done it in the Gladiator before with this longer wheelbase. So I don't expect any issues. Black Bear Pass, the key thing to know about it, it's a mild, moderate trail. I mean, as far as technicality goes, with a very high consequence for a mistake. The last thing you want to do on Black Bear is to get distracted by the scenery and go off the edge, which is quite easy to do, to get distracted by the scenery because it's beautiful. So as the driver, you gotta keep your wits about you. You gotta stay focused on the road and just pay attention. From a, like I said, from a driving standpoint, there's nothing really technical on this trail. There's one part that we'll talk about when we get there. They call it the steps. It's right before you get to the switchbacks. That's the place where you see a lot of rigs that roll or flop. And it's just the way it is. It is particularly an issue with IFS rigs and inexperienced drivers, because you go down there and you drop in, you don't have the articulation, so the back end lifts up a little bit, and people panic and slam on the brakes, and then that pitches you over. So I'll show you that when we get there. Until then, we're just gonna have a beautiful drive over Black Bear Pass. What a spectacular day for Black Bear. All the flowers are blooming, waterfalls are running. This is awesome. It's funny, people make such a huge deal about the switchbacks, and rightfully so. But, I mean, the switchbacks on this side and the drop-offs and the narrowness of the trail, that's no joke either. We're about to pop up on a nice little flat spot for a little bit and just taking the views. And boom, just that quick, we are at Black Bear Pass. It does not take long to get up here. It's really not that long of a trail. But we've made it to the pass. You gotta take a picture of your Jeep in front of the Black Bear Pass sign. But the views up here are incredible. Just right through that little groove right there. That's the way into Telluride. One important thing to note about Black Bear Pass, if you're considering running it and looking to see if it's open or not, is that this side, the side we came up on, this is all, I think, San Juan County. So the Ouray side is a different county than this side, which is San Miguel County, which is Telluride. This side usually opens up pretty quick. Up here to the sign is actually two-way, which I've never met anybody, traveling the other direction except for the motorcycle earlier. And this side opens up early, usually. This side sometimes may not open at all. Like last year, technically this never opened. So always check the San Miguel County side. San Miguel County Road and Bridge, I think, is the Facebook page. So check that out to make sure Black Bear is really open. All right, here we go down the back side. You will notice that I am not flying my drone on Black Bear. This part would be fine, but switchbacks and stuff, just not gonna risk that. Too much at stake. So, I want to give you the perspective from the driver or passenger seat. What's crazy to me is that this is, what's today, Friday? This is day 3 of Black Bear being officially opened. And with Black Bear not opening last year, I thought as soon as they announced that it was open this year, that people would be flocking here. So I honestly expected there to be just a bunch of traffic on Black Bear today. But we've got this all to ourselves. As we were coming down, I can look back and see there is a group that has arrived at the Black Bear Pass sign. They're taking photos and all that stuff. So we're not going to be blocking them, and it is all ours. This is incredible. Having a front-facing camera on a trail like Black Bear is a huge advantage. From this point, Black Bear Pass becomes a one-way road. All right, here is the step.
I'm jealous of the Rubicon transfer case right now.
Let's go take a look.
Yep, it's nice. It's crawling in reverse gear.
Well, this is the dreaded steps. And what happens is people come right down here, then they turn into it, and then a front tire drops down there, and especially on an IFS rig, the back end lifts up a little bit, and they panic and hit the brakes, and that causes them to pitch and roll. So what you want to do is, if you have that feeling, You just let off the brake and roll on out. You just roll through it and not slam on the brakes. Just need to go 4 low, first gear. Take your time. Did it. That is the worst part of Black Bear. Unless you make a mistake further down.
Slow, 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 slow. Turn this way. Yep. Passenger, passenger, passenger. Straighten up, passenger a little bit. Yep, hold that line. Hold that line. Little passenger. Yep, right there. Drop it here. Yep, you got it. Yep. Slow. There you go. Straighten up a little bit. There you go, right there.
Izzy, what do you think?
She says that was a good little ride on that backpack. That little drop wasn't too bad at all.
She's like, I'm a professional.
I put it in 4 paws down.
It's a switchback off-road takeover. Remy, what'd you think? So, a little scared, but you know,
See,
it's all good.
My bed's fine because we're leaning forward and I can't sit.
The Gladiator long wheelbase makes that so much easier.
Demonetize them. Got music playing.
Sorry. Hey, do you want your camera back? Yeah. We're just gonna keep vlogging if you don't take it.
All right, we survived the
Go
steps.
on the left over here and drop in that way.
Hold on, Goose. And now we just have to survive the switchbacks. And this is where it gets real difficult to not get distracted by the beauty. And accidentally go a little too far driver and then kerplunk.
Done, Caleb.
Because that waterfall is gorgeous. And it sounds gorgeous. And you want to look at it. And you want to stare at it.
Just a reminder to give everybody room on these switchbacks. They'll be making multiple turns.
And you'd be like, oh, what a pretty waterfall. Ah! And Well, then search and rescue is called, and it's bad.
I be in tail gunner because I can take pictures, but I don't want to be in tail gunner because there are no pictures of me.
I cannot imagine doing this on a motorcycle. That's crazy. Alright, switchback number 1 is down. Personally, I think this is the most nerve-wracking part of Black Bear because it's one of the narrowest switchbacks.
And you can back up and move closer to Robert and let them by.
And the
Trying to stay out of the water.
passenger side is on the
Space between us, they can
drop-off side. But luckily, it's a lot easier with the forward-facing camera. Alright, we are coming up on the what's probably considered the worst switchback, the tightest switchback. We'll see what it's like, because I haven't run this trail in 5 years? Maybe 5. Since 2020. 2020 is the last time I ran this trail, so 4 years.
They were pretty rude, so just a heads up, they'd like to get around.
Oh, they were rude to me back at the steps. The dude in the front was like, "What are y'all getting out spotting for? This is the easy part." I was like, we have an 18-year-old in his first Jeep, and we're gonna, take care of it. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, they started talking to me about trail etiquette and courtesy, and I had to say,
Made it. Gladiators, be real careful on that second switchback. It's tight for us. I had to do a 4 or 5 point turn back there, and my back tire came up high on the rock on the corner. But I made it. I'm going down.
wheel going up into your fender from that.
Once you're past that second switchback, it's honestly not bad from here. The trail gets wider, switchbacks get wider. In the Gladiator, I suspect I'll still have to 3 point turn every one of them, but that's fine. But the pucker factor kind of lessens as it just kind of gets easier, or it seems less of an issue. Shoot, I may still have to 4 point some of these. Yep. That's what happens when you wheel a boat. A very awesome and capable boat, I might add. I would love to do Black Bear in a 2-door. I mean, you just be like in a little go-kart, just taking every switch back without having to back up. That'd be pretty cool. Are we having fun yet?
Yes. Black Bear, baby.
Well, this marks the end of the one-way section. from this point on, traffic can come up here to go check out the little power plant up here and the upper view of Bridalveil Falls. I'm just gonna back up. I'm gonna let you go first.
How was it?
That was great.
Good.
I can't imagine doing it on bikes.
Thanks.
Is it?
It's just a slide fest.
Yeah. Alright, it's a nice wide road and pretty much a piece of cake from here. We're gonna stop down at the base of Bridalveil Falls and reconnect with everybody since we got the group separated by the jerks. And it's a beautiful view of the waterfall. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. I wish that was a house up there. That would be awesome. But it's not. It's a little power plant. All right, we made it to the base of Bridalveil Falls. And oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. All right, well, everybody made it safely down, and it's time for lunch. This is the traditional day, at least for us and for everybody that I know does it this way. But you hit Black Bear in the morning, you arrive in Telluride for lunch, you eat lunch, and then do a little shopping, and then you take off and you do Imogene back to Ouray. So that's the normal schedule for doing this, and it works out really well. But the question is how busy is Telluride on a Friday at 11:30? Well, this is typical Telluride. It's always crowded, and it's very difficult to find parking. Detroit style pizza in Telluride. Well, lunch was good. Telluride. Restaurant, they do have really good restaurants. It's just kind of bougie. I like Ouray better. But to get started on Imogene, which is where we're headed now, it kind of looks like you're driving through the back alleys of Telluride, because that's where the trail starts. But it doesn't take long to get interesting. I can only imagine how much the people who own these homes hate the fact that their homes are on the trailhead to Imogene. Because I wouldn't like it. This is actually Kara's favorite trail in this area. She actually loves it so much. Her second Wrangler, the Anvil one, you'd have to go back many videos to find it. She named Imogene. So this is definitely a favorite trail in this area. It's just got a lot of variety. It's got a lot of history. It does have some technical options, not mandatory, but options once you get past the tomboy mind. And it's just a fun, beautiful trail. And then the backside of it, as you go into Ouray, and as soon as you cross over the pass, it completely changes. It's like a completely different trail. It's awesome. Imogene is a two-way trail, so encountering oncoming traffic, especially on these shelf road portions, can be tricky sometimes.
Motorcycle coming down.
I will never forget the first time coming through this tunnel. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And it still is super cool. But your first time going through the tunnel is just so cool. Well, we kind of just blew past Tomboy Mine. If you're running Imogene, especially for the first time, don't do that. Stop, get out, look around. Ben and Emma are not feeling good, and Ben wasn't really focused and was just thinking about getting to Ouray because they're not having a good day. So we drove right back. But so much history up here on top of Imogene. The mining history up here is vast, and lots of cool structures that still somewhat standing, obviously remnants of a bunch of structures. So be sure and stop here in the Tomboy area and just check it out. But we're gonna continue on and make it up to the top of Imogene Pass.
What did you say that the Yodas were doing? What were they messing with?
I said they were trying to be Jeeps.
Are they climbing something, or what are you talking about?
It's up here that you get access to some of the more technical lines if you want to. That one that we just did back there was one of them. Looks like we may have another little spot up here that's someone's playing on. Imogene is the highest pass in the San Juans at over 13,100 feet, and one of the highest passes in Colorado. I know Mosquito Pass is higher. I can't think of any other ones. Someone in the comments can let me know. But Imogene is definitely the highest pass in this area. So if you're not acclimated to the elevation, I don't recommend hitting Imogene first. All right, we're making our final push to the top. We're almost there. Incredible views from here. And we made it. 13,114 feet. Heck yeah. All right, we made it to the top of Imogene Pass. That way heads down to the Ouray side. We're gonna wait for Kara and Ben to get up here, see how Ben and Emma are feeling. I can just see them. Just see them coming up. You can see the red Gladiator and the white top of the Explorer elevated topper down there. All right, making our way down the backside into Ouray. Up here to the right is a cool little overlook. You can see the red mountains from there that are on the other side of the Highway 550, the $1 million highway. We're not going to stop there. But next stop is a little spot called Poser Rock. With this being Caleb's first time driving his Jeep, he would like a photo. And with this being Kara's first experience here in her Gladiator, we're going to get a photo of her, and then we'll press on down the trail. I think I like this side of Imogene more, just because this side just has waterfalls and there's a little stream crossing, and I think this is the prettier side. The Telluride side, I think, has some of the more technical spots, maybe. But this side is the prettier side. Down there in the distance is Poser Rock. See if those guys are finished by the time we get down there. There's the classic Poser Rock shot. Now, when it comes to camping, according to the motor vehicle use map, there is no camping on Imogene. You may have seen in some of the drone shots, someone set up over there by the mine. All the mining land here is private property. So, I mean, technically that's trespassing. I don't know if they ever enforce that. I've seen people do it, but just want to make that known. But according to the motor vehicle use map, there's no camping on Imogene, and all the little offshoot trails that go to the mines and stuff where you do see people camping, all that's owned by the mines, so that's private property. So there you go, now you know. For us, we will not camp along Imogene because we don't want to be those people, and would rather be safe than sorry and camp in a spot that I know is legal. Oh no, Woody! You made it! Oh, Woody's all clean now. That turned out well. The old Camp Bird mine site. Actually, some of it's still active, but all these old buildings are not anymore.
Ruby, there's an old Victorian style house here on your left.
Well, we are coming into Ouray once again, and that's our top picks for the San Juans. There is one notable trail that we were supposed to run today and include in the video, but time just got the best of us and we did not, and that is Yankee Boy Basin. It is an out and back trail, but if wildflowers and waterfalls and photography like that are your thing, do not miss Yankee Boy Basin. It is absolutely a gorgeous trail. So this one was a little bit different. I mean, we've been to this area many times, done videos here before, so thought I'd change it up and kind of make it kind of a guide, kind of a recommended, you know, what we recommend if you are in the San Juans in the Ouray Silverton area. So I hope that you enjoyed this one. We have had a blast with our friends. Be sure and subscribe if you would. Give this video a like, assuming that you did. Give us that YouTube love. And if you like what we're doing, you like the content that we're putting out, you want to consider supporting the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description. You get access to all of our GPS data, all of our, you get discounts on merchandise, special events, and special content that we put out there. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. We'll see you next time. Bye.